Hey guys, Graham here with another White Coat Webisode. Really excited to talk to you guys about something that I've been thinking a lot about. Could be because I'm next to my old King Kong poster here. Could just be that it's something that we've been dealing with as some of the old marketing assets that we started working on back in like 2019 don't make a ton of sense anymore. So I've been thinking a lot about what to do with them. On social media, something that you can do straight up, just delete the profile. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's an asset that maybe still has value to you, but you don't have the capacity to post actively on it anymore, I love what people do where they'll just post an image of six on like Instagram and it'll just be their logo or just be their hours. With Facebook, if you're not actively posting on Facebook anymore, that's okay. I totally understand that. What I suggest there is treat it kind of like a Google My Business page where you make sure that your hours are up to date, make sure your location information is up to date. That is still an asset for you, just not necessarily something that you're using every day or that you're actively posting on in a way that requires active ongoing maintenance. Check it once a quarter. Have your marketing agency check it once a quarter just to make sure that everything is up to date. Old websites, old URLs, I really do suggest just sunsetting those if you're able to, or having them redirect to your current URL. A lot of times we'll see people with like old assets at places they used to work. That one's a little bit trickier, but I tend to think you want all of your assets pointing to your primary location or your primary office if you have multiple locations. We want people kind of coming to where you are. We don't want there to be a lot of noise online about you. We really want to make sure that when somebody searches for you for business purposes, they find you for business purposes. This happens a lot to people who name their practice after themselves. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all, but chances are you did residency somewhere or you worked at a hospital at another time, and so they'll still have your information up, or maybe they haven't taken your information down, and that can be a problem. In any case, what we're seeking to do is we want the bulk of our resources to go to the most active profiles, which we've talked about here. I suggest as Google My Business and your website. That being said, we don't necessarily want to get rid of everything. There are definitely things like, say, Yelp. Yelp still has value. I don't think it's the number one place people go to for kind of evaluating a physician, but I do think it still has value. So you might just make sure that you have your business information up there. In any case, though, we want to be diverse. We want to have an ecosystem, but we want to put our energy on the things that work within that ecosystem, not necessarily devote our energies elsewhere. And we don't want to leave those things out in the world in a place that people could see them and get confused and go to the wrong address. That's a great way to make people angry, right? That's really not what we want. So if you're not actively using an asset, either get rid of it or make sure that you're doing something to keep it up to date somewhat regularly.